Danny in Dungeons. How are you all doing tonight?
Danny in Dungeons. D&D.
Tonight, we're going on a special experience. I'm going to see how this goes.
All right.
I've had fun, so I prepared myself with a very special version of...
Oh my God.
So let me
Wait,
just...
visual. Danny
Danny
just
just pulled out a dice tray.
He's been hiding that the entire time?
for the last minute and a half, yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
When we came for the episode tonight, me and William, Danny was like, do you guys have topics in mind? Forget about it. I'm taking over this
It's going to be
episode.
D&D.
Well, what I'd like to set is that we have a regular thing like every week that we do. Like the podcast is regular, right? But what I'd like is to preset a hijacking situation where that anybody can choose on any night just to hijack the entire cast.
Sure.
And obviously the three of us, right? At any time you want, just like if you come up with an idea, just throw it in there and we'll get it done.
Show and tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. This is a show and tell. Okay, Danny, what do you have for us today?
All right. Imagine that you're sitting inside a tavern, all right? Your two best friends, you've just got off work, and you're sitting in a tavern, and there's a guy playing a flute, and there's the fire's going. It's a cold, snowy night outside, all right, guys? Now, you've got to imagine yourself. We're going to get into the zone, okay? The tavern's very full. There's lots of people. You're in a very fantasy kind of setting, all right? There's creatures. There's a man who's like a half a crocodile and a man. And there's like very, very, very classic fantasy settings, all right, guys? It's very loud and noisy, and there's very warm. Every time a new patron comes in the door opens, and it's hard to open because the wind's blowing against it.
Ooh,
right?
I can feel it. The wind, the
Yeah,
cold air
wind's
coming in.
The cold air comes in. Everyone stares at the person
Barkeep,
to make sure that they close
one
the
more
thing.
beer, please.
All right. So as you guys are sitting there, you guys are just chatting between yourself, just lamenting about a hard day's work down at the docks of whatever you were doing there. As the DM, I don't even know what you were there doing.
I feel like the inner squeak of me is coming out.
So you guys have been talking to each other.
Yeah.
And Kang, you've been talking to your best friend.
Yeah. The squig.
Squignator.
You've got to name him.
I got to name William.
You're going to name William's character.
Wilhelm the Conqueror.
Wilhelm the Conqueror.
Okay, I'm not a squignator.
Wilhelm the Conqueror.
No, you can still be a squig, William.
Okay.
What kind of tail does Wilhelm the Conqueror have?
Like those things those dinosaurs have, the big clobbery tails.
Ooh, clobbery tail. All right. So
okay.
Wilhelm the Conqueror is a lizard, kind of half lizard man, half man.
I've got him like dressed up, so he doesn't look like a squig. He's in a coat. He just looks like a
Like a sir.
Yeah.
Like a sir?
You're trying to sit up
Like a Pringles sir.
You're trying to sit up on the chair next to me, the bar stool next to me, so you look like a patron. And the barkeep is very confused why you're not ordering any drinks.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay.
So Wilhelm the Conqueror with his clobbery tail and his slightly lizard man looking features, he's sitting next to his best friend.
Kang Hulk.
We are so bad at naming. I just named you William, and you just named me Kang.
I know you have all the options of all the words in the entire universe, and you've chosen
We went
those
with
two.
the
I
least
saw
original.
it. Space Hulk. Just replacing Kang Hulk.
I'm Kang Hulk.
All right,
That's not even a name.
Wilhelm the Conqueror and Kang Hulk. Does he look like a Hulk? How would
What am I?
describe him vaguely?
Look, he's like a deranged man.
What?
He's just always he loses his temper, right?
Yeah.
At certain times, like
You won't like me when I'm irate.
so he likes to gamble in the tavern.
Oh.
When he loses, that's when he breaks into the Hulk.
Got it. All right. So he's a bad loser. Is what we're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about.
right now I'm drinking. I'm in my bottle. But
Yeah, so he's now Kang.
But
and
I've-
when he gambles, he's Hulk.
yeah, I've noticed there's some cards being played in the corner.
So
I
he
actually
plays-
know a few friends that
You
are
know, like
Kang.
do you know like the magic card, like the what's it called, multi-face?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
flip
right.
cards.
Yeah, so
the
Kang
flip
flips.
cards.
Kang pays all his money. And
So
flips
my
into
Magic
Hulk.
the Gathering card would be Kang, and then I flip into Kang Hulk.
Yes, correct.
I like it.
That's
All
right.
So Kang Hulk and Wilhelm the Conqueror are not the main characters of the story. They're just
Very
sitting
With names like these, we can't be the main character.
sitting by the tavern. Anyway, you guys are sitting and talking, and then a massive fight breaks out. You don't know what was happening. There was really no conversation going on that you was like any more than any other conversation. But there's a massive fight, and a guy jumps up on top of the table and starts screaming at a half mouse man, and the half mouse man like backs off, but you can see the half mouse man pulling knives out from behind his back, and the man with the
Is the mouse man a rogue?
or maybe we're not sure. We don't know any of
okay,
these characters.
okay.
But the fight starts, and he grabs his loot off the back of his thing, and he starts smashing the mouse man over the head. You can see the mouse man tries to pull the knives out and fight back, but another guy comes from the side with a club and smacks the mouse man. The mouse man goes flying across onto the table. You can see he's bleeding quite a lot. He's like, oh fuck, all over the place over there. Anyway, a massive brawl starts to fight. Swords come from anywhere, chandeliers go flying, and then a bunch of their just regular patrons, they just start filing out of the door. They're like, fuck this. They don't want to be anywhere near it, all right? And there's about maybe like 6 or 7 people fighting. You can see there's another half lizard man over there. He's fighting as well as a thing with wings, but you're not really sure what that is. You've never seen one of these before, guys. You're like, oh, you guys start to back away down the bar. Kang Hole grabs a drink as he goes, and you guys just shuffle along the side. Anyway, the fighting happens for about a minute and a half. There's blood everywhere. There's a limb flying on the floor. That you can hear knocking on the door, but one of the tables have been pushed up against the door just by accident. It's been shoved there, and you can hear people knocking on the door trying to get in. Anyway, the fight continues, and everything just kind of calms down. And you guys look around, and everybody in the fight is just dead. You can see a guy has tried to fight someone with a sword, but as he stabbed him, he's fallen on his own sword. The mouse man's bleeding out on the ground, and it's all just calm now. There's no noise.
Yeah.
As far as you can tell.
I was very committed to my bottle.
Yeah.
I just did not notice.
As far as you can tell. But you hear knocking on the door, all right? And it's the city guard. The city guard is like, you guys have to come out now, all right? His name's Graham. Graham, the city guard.
Okay.
And he's half moose man, all right? Half moose man Graham, the copper, is banging on the door. And he's like, you guys got to come out right now, all right? We know you've caused the fight. You're coming with us. What do you boys do?
All right, I gotta check my spell book.
You don't have a spell book.
Okay, what do I have?
Wilhelm, my good friend, doesn't look great here.
You are a dock worker. You are an average Joe.
Oh no.
Average Joe
Doesn't look
Wilhelm
good
the
here.
Conqueror.
What is my ability?
None. Your
Right now-
ability
right
is
now
to
we're
look
just-
around the room. You know there's been a fight, and you know you're in a tavern.
Collective story.
What about how is my pretending skills?
Your pretending skills is you're shitting your pants
there a back
because
door?
the cops are about to
Is
drag
there
you
a
off to
storage
prison.
room, a back door?
You want to look around?
Yeah.
Look around the room?
Yeah.
Yes, so inside the tavern here, there's a long bar that comes down the side of the building, and over across the room, there's a staircase that goes up into the thing. Other than that, it's very simple. There's just windows at the front, a big wooden door, and a fireplace. But there is a staircase going up if you'd like to go up there.
I'll go up there.
You'd like to go up there? You don't want to grab anything while you're around?
Well, we're already screwed. It already looks like we did it.
All right, let's grab some
So-
weapons.
Yeah, you guys are definitely.
Well,
they're
before,
definitely
before
gonna
I
think
go
it's you.
upstairs, I'm going to quickly see if I can grab like a weapon.
All right. So you're looking. You're gonna search.
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna roll this dice here.
Oh,
sir.
okay.
And
We're,
I'm gonna
we're,
roll-
we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
If you pass, then
What's
you
it-
can
what's
find
it
a
called?
This is the Dungeons and Dragons episode. Oh, wait, no, it's paper, scissors, rock, dice. I have to beat the DM.
Oh, you did
I wrote, okay, Danny wrote paper, I wrote
Yeah,
scissors.
so you look around the room and there's a crossbow, but it looks a little gimdy. You can't see any arrows right now, or bolts for it. But there is a sword and a club, and the mouse man had 2 swords on him, two little knife things. Would you like to grab them?
Well, my name is Kang Hulk, so I'm going to grab the club.
You're gonna grab the club.
Yeah.
Excellent. You want to pass anything to Wilhelm over here?
Yeah. You find money. You
What?
quickly rob their bodies.
True. There's drinkers and tavern
man.
people everywhere.
Wait, I need
They're
weapons
dead.
too.
What are they going to care?
I need weapons too.
You have your tail.
All right, true.
True. All right. Cool. So you guys want to shuffle off up the.
I grab the
thing?
club and I start heading up.
I'll grab all the money
All right.
too. How much money do I have?
Wow, yeah, how much
don't have that
time?
much time
Do you
to
want to
do-
spend
you don't
time
have
trying
that
to look
much
for it,
time.
or are you going to wait
Okay,
for
it's
them to
gonna
bang
be
down the
fast.
front door?
One bag of gold.
Moose Graham,
I'm already-
half-man Moose, has smashed his giant moose head through the front door.
Am I halfway through the stairs?
You guys
already?
are climbing up the stairs, all right?
Yeah.
Yes. And Moose...
Wait, hold on. Let me ask. He's because the table it's right at the door, right?
Yes.
But his head.
Has
So he's
smashed through...
half.
The bottom, the table's still the bottom, his head smashed through the top of it.
Yeah, we're still fine.
You're still fine?
Yeah.
You're gonna try and... What do
Go
you,
up.
You want to go up? Okay,
Yeah.
you're going to run up the door? All right. Okay. So running up the top. As you guys run further up the stairs, you hear the moose man push the door with all his heaving strength, all his Canadian moose strength, pushes the door aside, and you guys make it up the top. Now, as you enter the top of the corridor, there's a little side table to your left, and then there's a row of doors. There's 5 doors heading to your left and nothing on your right. Do you want to keep running or you want to try your first door?
I made the decision to go upstairs, so I'm up first, right?
Yeah.
You're following behind me right now.
Yeah.
I'm holding a club.
Yeah.
I'm kicking down a door.
You're kicking down a door?
Yeah.
All right, I'll follow you. I'll follow Kang.
You're going to go into the first
Hulk.
door?
Quickly.
Tree.
Distract the moose, Wilhelm.
Well, he's not in yet.
You try to...
They're coming in. They're coming in hot and heavy. There's
I'm
city
shouting
guard
back.
Oh
behind
wait,
him.
hold on.
I'm shouting from behind me. Listen, I know I'm...
Hold on. I use ability, my tail. I'm gonna break the stairs.
Ooh, breaks the stairs. All right, roll a dice. Roll.
Yes!
Oh, the stairs are broken. Wilhelm the Conqueror smashes his tail around. Wilhelm the Conqueror is obviously a name given in what's the word, like when they're it's laughing the fact that they're not that. Irony.
Ironic.
Yeah, ironic. It's ironic that you're the dock worker is called Wilhelm the Conqueror. But anyway, he smashes his tail, and the wooden staircase collapses behind him. Graham Moose is looking up at the Wilhelm, and he's like, ah! He didn't say anything because I couldn't have anything to say right then.
I'm looking back and I'm screaming. Listen, I know it looks like we're running away, but I swear I'm innocent. I know I'm running away, resisting arrest, but
The city guard don't care. Now you've just done heaps of damage, all right, to the
wasn't
staircase.
me.
At least they've physically seen you do it.
Also, you're strong as hell. Just
Well, I'll just ask you.
well,
like, what
he
ability
managed to
did I
roll
have?
a fist over the
all right. We
scissors.
bought some time. I'm gonna open this door. You open that door. We gotta find a window.
You're
Okay.
going to start opening all the doors?
Yeah.
Okay,
We gotta find a
door
window.
1, door 2.
Find a window that we can jump to a balcony somewhere
right.
or a rooftop.
You guys open in door 1, and it is a storage closet. There's nothing in there but mops and buckets and stuff
Damn
like
it.
that.
But is there ropes in there?
Roll the dice.
All right, Danny rolled. We're on a streak. Danny
we're on a
rolled.
streak.
You
rock,
actually
rolled
find
paper.
the person who owns the tavern. He was really into like kind of bondage stuff. So there's heaps of ropes. There's ropes of everything. There's ropes with oil on it. There's ropes with soap
find
on
ropes that can carry our weight like Indiana Jones to another building or
All
something.
right,
Yeah.
all right.
Huh?
Nice.
Huh?
Yeah.
So you're carrying a bunch of ropes right now.
Okay.
All right, love it.
I
Cool.
just scoop in my arms. I'll sort them later. I don't have
what,
time.
What about door 2?
Wilhelm, open a door.
Door 2 is the sleeping quarters. All right, it's quite a large room. There's multiple bunk beds all the way along. All right,
Any windows?
there is a window right at the very end.
Okay. Anyone sleeping there?
There's nobody in there because
Okay.
everybody was
What does the
downstairs
window
drinking.
look into? What do we see?
It's too dark on the other side. You can't see from here.
Oh, shit.
It's snowy and windy outside, so you can't
Oh,
quite
it's
see.
blizzardy.
But you do hear Graham starting to saddle up against the staircase, and the city guard are climbing on top of his back now, so they can climb up.
They're
So
getting closer.
They're getting close. You hear them scrabbling up. So do you want to try the additional doors or aim for the window?
I'm gonna try one more door.
You're going to try one more door? All right.
While Wilhelm opened that door, I opened another door. I've still got all the ropes and a club in my hands.
Now you're holding
Yeah.
ropes and a club, so it's quite hard. You got to like trying to figure yourself out.
Scissors.
Yeah, come on!
Let's go.
He's so good at paper,
Scissors
scissors, rock.
does beat paper.
So good at paper, scissors, rock.
You open the second door, and it's a very similar room, except the window is much closer. So the building must be built in like an L shape now. So it's a little bit, you can get out to the other
Right.
side there. So if you want, you can call for Wilhelm to come meet you in your room, or you can individually go for your own windows.
Wait, hold on. I'll break my window and then go to Kang's room. Then create a diversion.
If you get all the way to your window at the end of your room,
too far?
they're
You're at the
going
door
to
frame
catch
right
you
now.
in those
You're
rooms.
at the entry to the room.
There's no way you guys are regular Joes. There's no way you're fighting the city guard.
Okay,
I dropped the rope to my feet, using the club to smash the window down.
Ooh, so you're going straight through the window.
Smash the window.
It smashes open. The glass goes everywhere. But there is a nice big eave on the building. So you should be able to jump out on the eave if you want and make a safe drop down. Now, it's too dark and windy to see what's down there, but it's definitely not city guard who are coming hot on your heels.
Oh, I'll do that.
Do you call for Wilhelm to come meet you there?
I call for Wilhelm.
All right.
Oh, he follows. Excellent. We jumped. So we're going down.
Before I jump down, I scream, "I'm gonna hide, Wilhelm. Let's hide in here."
Ooh, I like it.
Oh,
The city guards start
diversion.
looking around, trying to see
I
what's
grab
going
my
on.
bundle of ropes, throw it out the window, and I jump out with it.
Oh, you're taking the ropes with you?
Well,
Excellent.
I don't want to leave the ropes at the windowsill.
As Wilhelm snickers around the second room and flies through, the guard just get up on the top of the corridor and they can see Wilhelm's mighty tail flopping through the door, so they know which direction
Shit.
you're going.
Come on, Will.
Yeah, why didn't you tuck your tail in? Why didn't you do that?
It's part of my body.
Part of his anatomy, it's true.
Yeah.
What can we do here? Anyway, Wilhelm, I keep going to call it you. I wish you'd had different names that I could not half remember. Whatever, we're here. Anyway,
Well, it's real easy. He's Wilhelm, and I'm Kang. Hulk.
I know, but then
But
I
Hulk, Hulk to my friends.
Okay.
Okay. Kang.
You guys are running now. As you look down into the garden, it's snowing and it's dark, but you can just kind of see to your left is all garden, but it does look like it's gated off a little bit. Like it's the garden, the bricked off garden of the building. But to your left, there's a corridor. It's a very tight corridor, and you don't know where the corridor goes, like an alleyway, a laneway. You don't know where the laneway goes, but it does look like it keeps going. Are you going to go into the garden or are you going to go into the laneway?
I'm real sold on this so far. I don't know about you, William, but I'm real sold on the story so far. I'm immersed.
Ooh.
I know, but I'm excited because we keep winning.
Yeah, but now we roll
true,
a bad
yeah.
one and we're screwed. It's like choose your own. It's like Goosebumps, choose your own adventure.
It is like Goosebumps,
When
choose
you
your
do
own
die,
adventure.
you die bad. I made the last decision. You make this one, William.
All right.
I'm looking at you. I still got my club.
Hold on. Let me ask. What color am I?
You're modeled red.
Yeah, but also you're still wearing that coat to disguise you right now.
All right.
Like you're like
What's the
waddling
garden's
around.
color? Like main color? Do I have flowers and stuff?
It's green, but it's very much nighttime. Like
okay.
there's vines on the wall. There's a
Is
little
my
bit of flower.
color red, like really bright red, or just,
Yeah, you get pretty visibly red.
okay.
Why am I letting?
You guys have to make
Why
a
am I letting
decision.
the creature
guards
make a
are-
decision?
Well, he's half man, half lizard. He's got a brain. You're humanoid.
Let's go to the
You're
garden.
very humanoid because you're a human. He's a humanoid lizard.
I throw my club towards the garden and I run towards the alleyway.
Ooh, very smart. Roll your dice for deception.
Oh, draw.
Evens.
Oh, it's a draw. Okay. The club falls off into the garden and the guards just come catching up as you guys jump into the alleyway. All right. You come running down the alleyway. The guards see the club, and it takes a second for them to see the club and think, oh, they've gone down there. But they do once again catch William's tail.
Well, you draw, bro.
Run faster,
you
mate.
draw, bro.
You have bought yourself a little bit of time though. Now, as you run down the alleyway, you can see people gathering around at the front of the building. They haven't seen you yet because there's all of the there's all the hubbub and they're trying to watch the city guard pile in through the front door. Now, as you get closer to that front door and you edge your way through, the guard know you're coming from behind. There's two options you've got, guys. You can either make your way into the crowd and hope for the best, or there is a sewer circle thing that goes on top of your sewers. What do you call this? Like a grate,
Yeah,
right? It's like a
yeah.
circular
Like a manhole grate.
Now you can try and attempt to get the grate, but now you've got only a few ropes and not much else going on. All
So
right?
if it is a sewer, we're in a quite developed town.
Yes, it's very much. You're in very much a city. You're in a big city, like stone buildings everywhere. I probably should have.
We should go to the sewer.
It's like a water.
I can
deep
break
or
the,
Baldur's Gate style.
I can break the grate though, with my tail.
You can.
Well, I made the last decision.
You can attempt.
You
The
need to
city
make.
guard now know that you're in the alleyway, and they start shouting.
You're also not the most inconspicuous looking character,
It's true.
That's why we.
but
need
I also
to,
don't like going in the sewers. I'm just like, hey man, it smells real bad in there,
Well,
bro.
I can offer you a gamble that turns you into a
alright.
hawk.
True. You're going to.
I don't want to.
You guys are quickly, feverishly talking as you.
I don't think
as
it's
you're in
selling
alleyway.
our innocence if we ask.
You're going to
but-
attempt to break open
Yes.
the sewer. All right, let's go.
Yo!
Oh no! You guys, you smash your tail against the grate, but it's solid metal, Wilhelm. What were you thinking? Just does nothing at all. Now the guards are at the very end of the alleyway, and people, the crowd, are starting to look.
Is
Yeah.
this the same crowd that was in? No, it wasn't the same crowd. At the tavern,
There's
right?
crowd from the tavern. There's people
Right.
just from the street who are just coming out to see the commotion. You've got just seconds. Do you attempt to break open the
I'm gonna
thing one more
scream.
time, or are you going to run into the crowd?
I'm gonna shout. He's got a knife.
Ooh, who's got a knife?
Wait, hold on. I took some money.
I'm
right?
gonna shout.
I'm gonna throw the money
am I-
out and then create a diversion.
Am I already in?
Hey, hold
Oh,
on, hold on.
Okay, you do your thing.
We're gonna we got some money from the bodies, right? We're gonna throw the money.
Did we have time? No, we didn't have time to rob the bodies.
No, we did. I got some money.
He grabbed some money.
Yeah, and then we throw the money out, so all the crowd will come and get the money to create like a.
So Wilhelm
panic.
grabs the money out of his pockets and he shows Kang the Hulk. And he's like, you guys have to make a quick decision. Are you going to try and fight the guards behind you, go into the sewer, or throw the
do
money
your
out in
thing.
the crowd in front of you?
throw the money in the crowd.
All right, so you guys are going to run out into the crowd.
Smart thinking, Wilhelm, my good companion there.
Ooh, it's scissors over. It's
succeeds.
rock over scissors, baby. You guys run out into the crowd, the two of you. As you get closer to the end, you can see the light from the lanterns start to come up, and Wilhelm yells coins, and he throws the coins into the crowd.
This episode is sponsored by Imperial.
Numismatics.
Oh, excellent tie-in, Wilhelm. Very impressed. All right, you look around very quickly. All the villagers are starting to run over. There's people from the tavern. There's city guards. They didn't give a fuck. They are earning minimum wage. They're here to get coins too, baby. So they're scrabbling around on the ground. You can see a guy, one of the city guards has dropped his halberd onto the floor, dings around. People are all over the place. Graham, the moose copper man, half moose guy, Canadian fella. He is backing out of the door that he's smashed open. He's like, but he couldn't move around. He couldn't do a full U-turn inside thing.
quite
So
the
he's
crowd outside.
backing out reverse wise, all right, to get out of the pub. So you've got a moment. You look around the town. It's a massive city. There's like towers and parapets and everything in every direction. You're in a very long street with lots of shops on either side. There's multiple shops. Any shop that you can think of, you've got a few moments to try and run and hide in one. What kind of shop?
I want to tidy myself up and get in the crowd first.
Ooh.
Blend in with the crowd.
You want to blend into the crowd? You've got a bit of time. So
It's winter, so everyone's wearing like coats and robes and stuff.
it's snowy. You're blending in quite easily. Now you look around, you've got a whole row of like shops. What kind of shop do you think is going to be the best one to hide in? That's where you're going to go. What kind of shop do you want to go to?
Do we have any personal money? Any cash by ourselves?
A little bit. Like from what you got paid for working
small
on the
affairs,
dogs. Yes. Did you throw all of your money, William?
No, I threw all of the money that I collected.
Based off your description,
So you've got a few
commercial
coppers.
area.
There's not a lot. It's also nighttime. There's not a lot
Yeah.
open, but you're going to be able to go hide somewhere. Just
We're in
for
like
now.
a commercial area, right? More or less.
There's markets, there's banks, there's like shops for clothes and
Yeah.
food.
Do I find any clothes stores?
There's a clothes store.
I look towards my good friend Wilhelm. We're gonna need to change your code.
Let's go.
Ooh. All
they
right.
know
So
what we look like.
Wilhelm and Kang the Hulk, they run down the street. The commotion is too much. Nobody's paying any attention to anybody else. You can see Moose Man Graham looking around. He can't see anybody. So you guys find your clothing store and you pop your way in. On the outside of the clothing store, it says Yee's Threads, which is pretty interesting. Anyway.
Ye oldies, ye's.
Oh, that's way better. It's Ye Oldies Threads. That's much for fun. They're my
Okay.
choice. Anyway, you make your way in. As you bust your way through the door, there is somebody inside.
Now we're actually committing a crime.
Actual crime.
A crime upon crime is the way it goes. Now, inside, as you guys bust your way through, there's a small shape on the other side, and you bump your way in. He happened to be just working by the door as you guys pushed your way through the front door. It wasn't even locked. That's very strange. A small man goes bundling away, and you guys have a moment as you like freeze as you walk in the door. A fella stands up in front of you, a dwarf. Do you attack the dwarf or do you try to talk to him?
Oh, we'll talk.
I want to try to explain my situation. Deception, coercion.
Hello! What are you doing in my shop, people?
We're just getting some clothes.
That's the voice you're going with?
You know that the guy, wait, hold on. I just need to explain this. Do you know Jeff?
Yeah.
My name is Jeff.
My name,
So you mean Gambit?
yeah. My name is Reverend. My name is Jeff.
Hello, friends. This is a late time for coming to the shop. My name is Lewis Swindlebottom, and this is my Yee's Threads. Are you here to buy stuff?
I take my coin pouch. I pass it to him.
Ooh.
I need some quick wares, some threads. No questions asked. I'll be back to pay the remainder. And I shove past him and I grab the nearest coat I can find.
Ooh. Lewis Swindlebottom starts to look through the
While
bag
I'm
of
grabbing
coins.
the coat, do I see a back entrance?
He
Do I
does.
see a back door anywhere?
Swindlebottom is looking through the bag of coins, though, and it's quite measly.
While he's looking through the bag of coins, I attempt to knock him out.
Ooh, Swindlebottom might fight back.
Come on, scissors. Fuck.
Oh, no.
That's paper over rock there. Now, as Kang the Hulk swings around to punch Swindlebottom in the
Because
head,
he's not the Hulk yet.
he just punches him straight in the head. And Swindlebottom is a dwarf, made of much hardier stuff.
Ah, yes. +1 to sturdy.
Yes, Swindlebottom turns
Wait,
around.
hold on. I'm going to do a support using my tail to like knock him
Ooh,
out.
advantage.
You're going to attempt? All right.
No, double loss.
Double fail.
We're terrible at this.
Swindlebottom is aghast.
We're really just doubling
Kang
down
the
on the
Hulk
crime.
has punched him in the head, and then Wilhelm the Conqueror has swung his tail around and smacked him in the shin. And now Swindlebottom is fucking mad as fuck. All right?
Do I have the coat in my hand, though?
Think that you've pulled off the rack?
Yeah.
Yes, I will later have the rack. Swindlebottom screams at the top of his lungs, "Thieves and attackers!"
I throw the coat at him.
He is quite small. There is a chance the coat could be covering him. So roll your dice.
Well,
Okay.
I'm called Kang. I'm called Kang Hulk, right? So I'm assuming I'm not a roguish, smart character. I'm just gonna go in as like a barbarian style.
Well, you just did punch him in the head and it did nothing. So
Oh,
Ooh,
draw.
Now, the wind is too loud and noisy, so his voice doesn't carry far enough out in the street to attract any attention. But you haven't succeeded in getting rid of him yet. So the two of you turn and you run. You run into the back of the shop. You don't know what's there yet, though.
I threw the coat at him.
Yep. He's kind of bundling around in the coat.
Right?
Yes.
I grab another coat.
You go.
I grab another piece of clothing while he can't see us.
While running.
All right. I'll allow you to take your coats because Swindlebottom can't really stop you doing anything at this point.
And then he hasn't seen us with the new pieces of clothing.
He
hasn't
hasn't seen you, but he does know you're running towards the back of his shop. All right, you wander into the back of his shop. It's just a shop front and then a big room in the back of it. There. Now there's two doors. You've got a left and a right, and then there's just a tailoring kind of section where he has like tables and bits of material and stuff like that. Both doors appear to be quite locked, but one of them does have a little window next to it. What do you guys do?
How big is the window?
Very small, maybe head sized.
Oh, we can't go through that. Eh? Can I break the door?
You can try to break the door.
You have a tail.
I use my
are you
tail.
happy
The
Are you
universal
picking
skeleton
the
keep
left
them,
or the
my
right
good
door?
friend Wilhelm.
Which one's locked? Both locked?
They both appear to be locked.
You unlock a new title. You're no longer the Wilhelm the Conqueror. You're
You hear
Wilhelm
Swindlebottom in the
Destroyer.
background.
You're
Background,
Wilhelm
throwing
the
the coat down.
Unlocker.
I'll take the left.
You take the left. All right, roll your dice.
Wilhelm the Door Destroyer. The Unlocker.
No.
Oh! Wilhelm the Conqueror swings his tail, but it's so slippery on the ground from all the snow. He spins around in a circle like a Beyblade and smashes right through the door. The door explodes open and he wanders his way through. Kang the Hulk pushes him through and they're outside. As they run straight through, they slip on the icy snow and they start to slide down in what's to be like a large guttering kind of thing, right? They slide straight through and they slip straight into what is like a big storm drain kind of thing. They realize now the buildings are all backed onto like a canal kind of like area. And it's like, they don't want to be anywhere near that. They slide all the way down and clunk. They hear Swindlebottom coming out the back of the building.
Are we on ground floor?
You are on the ground floor,
Gotcha.
yeah. But they're next to it, behind the buildings, which you didn't know, there's this big watery canal. But it's all frozen over. And you guys are sliding down towards the canal.
Right.
Swindlebottom comes running out, shouting, "Thieves, thieves!" But it's just too windy that nobody else is paying any attention. You guys slide down. Now, you guys are out on the frozen, what is normally the lake, right? You can look around. There's a big sewer gate next to your left. It's all open. You can wander in there. The rest of it is like a big kind of like big lake that's been iced over. As far as you can tell, you can try and climb back up towards Swindlebottom and the other shops, but it's very icy and it's going to be hard to try and
Go
climb
to the
up there.
sewer, though. Let's try to hide ourselves.
Wilhelm, my friend. We got to change our clothing.
Well, we already got a coat.
I know. Put it on.
All right, let's change it.
I do love that your voice has changed a few times here.
We're not great at this accent.
All right, so you got two options. You can try and wander out into the frozen lake and look for a boat or something, or you can go into the sewer. Or you can attempt to, I'll make you double roll to try and get back up the hill.
The blizzard is getting worse. We must find shelter.
Shelter it is.
All right, we're going into the sewer.
We're going into the sewer.
All right, you guys go into the sewer. You have no light, so you're literally just going into the dark. Luckily,
I'm a lizard. I can see it on the dark.
Luckily for you, the Wilhelm the Conqueror. Oh shit! I'm just going to be Wilhelm from now on. Wilhelm. Wilhelm the Conqueror, who was a dock worker. Wilhelm is a lizard, so he can see slightly in the dark. It's not the best night vision, but it's better than nothing. You guys wander into the pitch black. I assume that Kang will be holding onto Wilhelm's hand as they very
You can hold my tail.
very. You can hold the tail.
Whoa, that's too intimate for me.
I like the idea of holding with two hands, kind of like this.
In my people's culture, that's a little too intimate.
He needs to get it married now. You guys follow into the dark and you're kind of scrabbling around. It's in like an hour or two. You have no idea where you're going. You're just wandering through things. There's funky smells down here and it's like you're just wandering around. But after a bit of wandering around, you do see like a light at what appears to the end of the tunnel. But there's some weird noises going on in there.
Wilhelm.
You can either try and find your way back out, which seems hard at this point, or you can head towards the light.
Investigate.
Seems
wanna
we're
investigate?
now. Classic hijinks, Wilhelm.
As you guys get a little bit closer, the light starts to build up and it's apparent it's candles. It's flickering in the dark. And you get closer and closer and it kind of opens up into a large antechamber. There's a lot of squelching and squidging. The sound of like when you filled up a sponge with water and you're slapping it against a wall. Because, we're all apparent to what that sounds like. Now, as you enter, a giant, sludgy looking guy is in the room. He's massive, he's bulbous. It looks like a giant booger that your sick child has snotted out onto the floor. It's green and kind of transparent. And they're attempting to pull off a grate from the antechambers, like near the roof. It's no reachable for you. This massive blob man's trying to get to it. But his hands are like gelatine. They're just going in and out of it. Like it forms around, his hands form around it.
We should help.
He can't
Do
get any
I
grip.
identify it as being a hostile creature or not?
It's disgusting and freaky, and you've never seen anything like it, but you're not apparent whether it's going to attack you or not. But you would assume that it probably is. But you don't know. It could be racist of you to assume that he's evil.
Ooze monsters do trigger my danger reflexes.
We come in peace.
Do you attempt to get around it? Do you attempt to talk to it, or do you attempt to attack?
Well, we have ourselves a meatball with legs, and then myself, which is a barbarian.
Yes, sir.
We should just talk to it first.
Walk and approach it.
Hands up.
Hello, little creatures, and welcome to my lair. My name is Callan the Plumber.
Okay.
What are you doing in my toilety poop land?
We are just.
Come on, Wilhelm. You're
we
the
come
speech
in
man.
peace.
I'm a barbarian.
It's a
I'm
weird
not a
time
speech
of
man.
day to come and visit me in my lair.
We got lost.
Oh,
We were trying to find some. Our hunt. We were hunting.
Yes. We
and
heard
our-
a treasure down here.
Yes.
I changed my accent again.
it's not a great time to be hunting. It sounds like there's a commotion going up top on the mainland.
Oh, I've not heard of such things.
Oh,
No.
Now I'm French.
No.
maybe you guys can help me. I've been trying to get my gelatin babies out of this. They've climbed up in here and got through this grate, and I can't get to it. Do you guys think you can help?
Lucky for you, we are very helpful people. We mean no harm.
Help it is.
Well, what I need from you guys is there's a large, like a staircase that comes around the corner here. All right. So if you can go up there, I can help you because I'm guarding a large piece of treasure here. It's very treasure-ish. All right. But I need you to save my children because I can't go up the staircase.
How big is he?
He's pretty big.
Okay, so he can't fit in the staircase?
He can't fit in the staircase.
Okay. But he's gelatin, right? He can just like squeeze like.
Nah, because he can't go too long. In this version of my creature, he
yeah.
can't get
He's
up the
stuck-
staircase.
he's stuck here.
Don't ask any more questions.
He's created from the sewer sludge.
All right.
So he's a sludge monster. I really want you to go up the staircase. It's a twisting staircase that you can see. You can't like you can kind of see it through his like invisibleness, and he's up there. He wants you to climb up there and go save his children.
Okay.
With the promise that he'll give you treasure if you do. Now you were just lowly dock workers, and now you're felons, and you're broke. So you can't go back to working on the docks tomorrow morning because someone's going to dob you in. So do you aim to get this treasure? Do you try to help the
I will
sludge
help
man?
this
We'll
creature.
All right. Oh, that's excellent that you're going to help me. Callan is very excited about this. Callan speaks in third party. So you guys follow up the staircase. And as you go up the staircase, you can see the staircase branches off into 2 or 3 different directions. Now, you can attempt to continue on to where his little sludge children are and try and rescue these sludge children and then get his treasure, maybe. Or you can fuck off and leave his kids to like perish in whatever hellhole they're living in.
Well, the way you put it now.
We'll help though. We'll help.
You want to help?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. You guys come up around the corner into the sludge room, and there's like, it seems to be like a sludge cratery. There's sludge dripping from the walls and there's sludge everywhere. You start to realize now
And we're
with the
still in like the sewers.
We're definitely in the sewers. You start to realize now that you're there. The sludge children are just like walking poops. They're like little poopies. And like he wants you to, and you hear Callan yelling at you from the ground. He's like, have you found them? Have you found them? Do you reply?
They're here unharmed.
Oh, that's excellent. I want you to bring them to me.
What if I just give them directions?
They're like he has a mind. It's very clear, but these things are just like flopping around all over the place.
They're not responsive.
They're clearly alive, but there's no way to communicate with them. Are you going to try and gather them up and bring them to him?
I look at Wilhelm. Don't look at me.
How are you going to collect these like?
Wait, sorry. What was that, Willie?
My name is Jam.
All right, there's like 30 or 40 like poop-sized, weird, gross little creatures flopping around on the ground. How are you going to collect them up?
Yeah,
and bring them back to
little
the
known
sludge
fact:
monster?
my barbarian
wait.
is a germaphobe. I'm terrified.
Looking around the
As
room
you slop around in the sewers,
Yeah.
for like a basin,
Very
or like
uncomfortable right now.
like a pot or something.
there's nothing.
Have you seen
Wait,
what
hold on.
barbarians wear?
All right.
I've got barely any clothing down there, bro.
I'll use the coat that I got.
He's on it. All right.
Right.
So Wilhelm kneels down on the floor into the goopiness water and starts to pile the poop-shaped sludge creatures into his thing. Are you putting it into like a rucksack?
Yes.
All right. You bring them down. You collect them up and you bring them down to Callan. Oh, fantastic, boys! You've brought my children to me. Now, how are you going to present Callan, his children?
Open it up on the floor slowly.
Roll the dice.
The heck?
Don't disrespect his religion.
As you lay out the cloak full of little poopy creatures, you open them up and they're all fucking smushed.
I should have. I shouldn't
Wait,
have,
hold on.
I shouldn't have let the squid creature do it.
Callan is mad!
Hold on.
You have killed all my children!
They can't die.
He
It's
swings.
sludge. This is like sludge.
It's my story, bro. Shut up. Callan swings his large, sludgy arm at you, Wilhelm. He's coming. It's coming. But it's not that fast. But it's going to fucking hit you real quick. So you better roll dice. You're smacked. You're smacked in the face with this giant sludge-like arm and it slaps you. As it hits you, though, it just passes right through you and the end of his arm just flies off where it's your body has separated it from itself, right? But it's fucking gross.
I'm visibly repulsed in the corner.
Callan screams,
This is worse than
my
death."
arm! And as he stops, he's like, whole end of his arm flies off into the distance and starts squirming around. But it's disgusting. You can't see. It's in your eyes. It's in your mouth. It's just everywhere.
I'm visibly more panicked at this situation than I am at the police.
How do you react?
I find escape. I panic. I'm trying to leave.
You're going to attempt to try and run back up the stairs?
Anywhere.
Roll the
but
dice.
here. What'd you roll?
The black one.
Ooh. Master of
draw.
A draw,
results.
2 papers. All right. Wilhelm is struggling. There's shit everywhere. Like there's shit. Callan the plumber is mad. He's fucking mad.
Don't look at me. I'm not touching Wilhelm to help him right now.
Can I do like the dog shake?
You can, yes, I'll allow. You're a lizard. I don't know how that works. Have you ever seen a lizard do that?
He could,
Roll dice.
he's going to attempt to shake off the sludge.
Oh no!
No. The poo is encrusting
Yeah, yeah.
to
You get
you're
more of Callan on you.
You used to be red, now you're like hard brown, all right?
Ugh.
You guys need to get out of there. Callan is mad. What Callan starts to do is he starts to expand his giant mass and he's sucking up more and more of the liquid from the floor and he's expanding out. Soon enough, he's just going to fill the entire space of the room.
Staircase
You
now.
guys want to go for the staircase?
I'm
Right.
already
You've
halfway
got
up. I'm gone again.
You've got one more shot before you end up just swimming inside like a gelatine ball of like old gravy. Roll the dice, William.
What the?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You guys, all of a sudden, he just sucks in all of the sewage that he can from all of everything around him. And you guys are just like, and it's like, there's no noise. You can't hear anything.
Scream as I get absorbed into Callan.
You're just floating and floating around.
Hold on, I'm a lizard. I can swim.
You can swim, but it's thick and gooey. And you guys are stuck in him almost just like, it's almost like when you make a jelly from like as a little kid and you put something in there.
Hold on,
it's floating
I got
around.
my clobbering tail. They can make a like a blender now.
You want to try and swim?
Yeah, I can make like a propeller, like swing my tail like a propeller and make it like a blender.
Are you going to try and rescue Kang while you're there?
Yes, this is my good friend. My name is Jack.
I am screaming.
But there's no noise. Every time you open your mouth, it's just goop into your mouth.
I'll use my propeller clobbering tail.
All right, William grabs Kang and tries to escape.
Okay.
Oh, it's a draw. William spins his tail at such a crazy speed that there's like a whirlpool builds up inside of Callan and he starts to spin. Like when you're little kids in a pool and you run round and round and around the sides, it starts to whirlpool. Callan starts to spin as well. Like, and he's screaming and yelling, but you can't hear anything now because you're inside of him.
Hold on. because like you know how you whisk an egg, right, and it became mayo, right? Yeah.
Is there anything I can
I'm
grab
like whisking that sludge.
Is there anything I can grab onto as
There's nothing.
As Wilhelm is doing his signature blade
It's
move?
all wall and goo. There's nothing. You guys spin and it fills up and fills up and fills up. And as you're just spinning, it starts to go like a vortex and you start to get to the center and you start to work your way up. You can see like Callan, like the face of Callan just like looking madly inside his own body. But as you slowly rise up, you can see the roof coming at you.
We're going up.
Roll the dice to see if you find anything.
We're getting higher.
What is this, bro?
You see nothing because your body's you're rotating so fast you can't see anything. You slap up against the wall.
Hey, hold on. Can we get like numbered dice to be like who's higher? I hate this shit.
No. This works. This works.
Get some dice there.
You guys
roll a d6.
You guys smack up against the roof of the thing, and all you feel is the pressure start to build now. The group's got nowhere else to expand to, so it just gets thicker and thicker and muddier. As you guys crawl across the top of the roof, you do find, however, the grates as you enter up into the sewage, back into the canal where you were before.
I'm going to slam against the grate.
You're just going to try and slam against the roof.
Whatever remaining energy you have.
All right, you've got one chance before you die here, boys. Roll the dice each. I'll give you each an opportunity to open the grate.
I'd like to.
Do you die here or do you drown in poop? We have one rock.
Yeah. I'd like to add my strength bonus to this roll, please.
Ooh, it's a
hold
draw.
on.
Master of neutral roll.
The grate kind of creaks open just a little bit. It's not open, but it's breaking. You can see it breaking apart.
I look at Wilhelm and I point at the grate.
No.
Look, it's double draw. You each smash open the grate and it just pops open. As the grate pops open, you fly through the grate where the sewage hole there where the grate is, and it smashes, and it's just a shower of just gel and poo and greenness flies up in the air. And with those comes two strangely looking coated creatures into the street. Just to your left is all of your all of the crowd of the people who had the money and the tavern, but all of a sudden the tavern's on fire now. You've got no idea why.
Oh, no.
That it's licking.
Wait, that's good.
It's licking against the buildings on either side, and the street is mayhem. There's people everywhere. You pop out, people look at you. There's just like
I
poo.
take a second.
Wait, hold on. We're
lean over and
camouflaged now.
I just puke. I am.
We are camouflaged now with goo.
Graham, the copper moose, looks at you guys and he sees you for a second. He's got no idea what's going on, but he's got bigger problems. You guys, it's indescribable to tell what you look like now from the beginning. But you're out in the cold, it's windy, and you're covered in poops. What do you guys do?
Just like, you has bad change.
No one wants to talk to you. You are covered in shit.
We smell terrible. We need to go.
We just pretend like we are beggars.
We go back in the clothes shop.
I can 100% assure you that you. I can assure you that's getting you nowhere. You guys going back in the same shop?
We're going to go back to the same clothes shop.
You guys bust in the front door of Yeezy's clothing brand thing that I forgot the name of.
No time to speak. I throw my coat at the dwarf again.
As you bust through the door, Lewis Swindlebum spins around. He's like, "Oh, customers!" And as halfway through customers, he stops in shock, and he's just like, he hasn't recognized you yet, but you are covered in poop, and you're in his clothing store.
I'm gonna throw my poop covered coat at him again.
All right, roll the dice. Neither of us can get it in the fucking tray.
I will roll for Kang.
It's a draw.
Oh my god.
The coat is so heavy and
good
poop
luck is gone.
that it flies across the room, but doesn't quite make it all the way to Swindlebottom. So he gets fucking mad. He comes running over and he's got a big mace in his hand now. It's normally used to like tan leather, but he's running at you and he's fucking annoyed. So he goes to swing his mace at Kang. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna counter with my tail.
You're gonna try and block it with your tail? All right. You can't lose it. I don't have copies of this.
Oh no.
Oh no. You go to you swing with your tail and you smack the hammer, but it fucking hurts. You've just smacked a hammer with your tail and you're like, oh shit. And you spin back around the other way like he's reverse spun you with his hammer. But you have managed to distract him away from at least hitting Kang with the hammer.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a second to rebuild. Swindlebottom's arm is swung back with the hammer. You're spinning back around the other way, like losing your footing. Kang's just standing there stunned. What do you guys try to do now?
Kang, do your thing.
I point behind him. Oh shit! What's that behind you?
Roll the dice.
Come on, Kang.
Oh,
Come on, Kang. We've been losing.
Swindlebottom's not having it. I'm not falling out for again, boys. And he runs and he just grabs both of you by the scruff and shoves you out the front of the door. You both go sliding backwards back into the street now. Now it's still windy, but it's not. It's like there's fire everywhere, so it's a bit brighter. Now there's mayhem going on outside in the street. There's people running everywhere. You don't even see half the city guard that were there before. It's a lot brighter, but the cold has dried the poop, so you're not as wet and slippery anymore.
But then we crusty though.
this is
a
a
little
fate
crusty.
worse than death, Wilhelm. This is my nightmare.
All right, where do you guys want to go from here? There's shops everywhere. There's fire down one end of the street and mayhem. You could blend in over there, or you could work your way up the dark street and try and blend yourself in somewhere else.
Dark Street.
We have no weapons, no money, no clothes. Wilhelm, my friend.
Is there a near a weapon store or something?
You guys want to go running up the street and see if you can find a weapon store?
Oh,
I don't. We want more weapons.
well,
We're already criminals and fugitives.
that's why we need to protect ourselves. My name is Jeff.
You guys go running up.
Wilhelm's famous signature line. It really touches my heart. My barbarian, my
feels
Neanderthal
inspired.
barbarian heart.
Kang feels inspired. As Wilhelm yells, "My name is Jeff," they feel heartened. They're going to escape. They've been working together on the docks for years now. Just drow, boring, just unskilled creatures of the pits of existence, but they're going to survive this situation.
Well said, Wilhelm. Well said.
The boys go running up the street. All right, now they're searching around frantically. They're trying to find a weapon store, but they're fucking idiots because you're in just a regular town that has city guards. Why would there be a weapon store? There's no weapon store. You need to go and earn your weapons on adventures and in caves and shit. Ridiculous. So as you fumble around, you come across the local bank. Now the bank has taken up the big corner of the street. And it's open, all right? Mm-hmm. The doors are open and you're trying to see what's going on. You can see there's a few city guard posted out the front because they've thought that this whole thing is a distraction to someone to attack the bank. But the city guards have two guards posted at the thing, but they're like small. They're like, one's a half mouse man and one's like a gnome looking fella. You guys are pretty sure you can take these guys. They both have a halberd. And they're like,
we're aiming high.
And have.
Are you sure you want to rob the bank?
I was ready to live my life among the hobos.
It's not that you want to rob.
Bro, this is turning into Fast and Furious now.
We gotta
Family.
we gotta aim high. We gotta aim high. We're already criminals. We might as well rob a bank.
As you guys are looking at the bank,
What are they gonna
Wait,
do? Throw
hold
us
on.
in jail?
I just want to see if there is like transport nearby.
you want to guys look around, see if there's transport?
Yes.
Roll the dice.
We do need to get out of town. Maybe we gotta leave.
You successfully look around, but see nothing at all.
Holy crap.
As you
it's too
guys
cold.
are
It's
trying
too
to
blizzard.
contemplate on where to go,
Because we need a 5-second car.
Well, right now we're covered in sewer juice. We barely have any clothes and possessions on us. We look exactly like one of the homeless.
as you guys are standing there looking around, trying to figure out what's going on,
Oh, how bad do I smell?
you smell pretty bad.
And
But
he goes-
it's also nighttime and cold, so the smell's not carrying terribly far right now. Now,
Am I stinky enough to make someone want to walk away from me?
Absolutely. People it might not work as an attack, but it's working on everybody else.
I walk up to a guard and I just put on my most annoying conversation mood possible. I walk up, I'm like, good weather, my friend.
Are you gonna use the hey, you the Mexican
And
woman?
I get really close to this guard and I get real chummy with him and just make sure he gets good whiffs of me.
Roll the dice.
Oh yes!
Oh, Kang walks up to the guard and he shows him his magic deck and starts to show him what cards he's got in his magic deck. Have you heard of the card Brainstorm or a Fetch Land? And the guy just looks visibly bored out of his fucking mind. So he successfully managed to corner off this thing. The second guard's looking over and Kang's just yapping about some shit that he couldn't possibly care about. Wilhelm, what do you do?
I would join in.
The conversation?
Yes.
You guys just both talking to the
I
guards?
look at Will and I'm like, I give him a stare like, what are you doing?
All right, you're both just talking to the guards. The guards are getting
This is my favorite card.
They're a little suspicious. They're like, wow, these guys, and they're like a little you cover you're a bit gross, but the wind's starting to flake off some of the poop, and they're a bit confused what's going on. And the second guard, the mouse guy, is like, weren't you guys just in the tavern?
No, we came from the sewers.
So you were the guys that just flew up out of the sewer just moments ago?
No, we live there.
We live there.
All right, roll a dice for deception, I guess. Come on. Oh, shit. It's a draw. He fucking knows you're the guys from the tavern, and now he also knows you're the guys in the sewers.
Hey, but we draw.
Yeah, the draw is that he didn't stab you in the neck, all right? With his giant
I look
halberd.
over to Wilhelm and like, sorry, my leprosy is kicking in.
Now,
My leprosy.
they're very clearly very suspicious of you, all right? But they're also about a quarter of your size. What do you do?
Swing the tail. Swing the tail on both of them. Combo.
You want both?
Yeah, combo.
You pass.
Combo.
Wilhelm swings his tails around and just eviscerates the faces off of both of these creatures. Like, it is horrific. Like, there is blood and brain and eyeballs. As you spin around, the eyeballs are like attached to the tail. Like, it's a fucking nightmare. Like, there's just...
My name is Wolverine.
There's just...
Shit.
There is blood and gore and stuff
What
everywhere.
have you done?
But as you swing through, you start to hear clip-clopping of like big moose feet coming up behind you. Graham, the copper moose, is fucking can see you, and he's just booking it up the street. Now he does have giant antlery things, and the entrance to the bank, he's never going to fit his big head in there. So you guys have two options. You can turn around and try and fight the moose man. You can try and aim yourself into the bank, or you can try and make it down the street.
I grab a halberd.
You grab a halberd?
I grab a halberd.
I grab a halberd and go in the bank.
You both, you bank and
I stand and fight.
You want to stand and fight?
You want to stand and fight?
What do you mean, Wilhelm?
Okay, let's fight.
Wilhelm, we're covered in blood. Shit.
You guys turn around and you aim for the fight. As you come forward, you both lower your halberds, and Graham the copper just dives straight into you. The halberds snap and crack apart. You guys are pushed back a bit. He kind of like jammed him up though, as the broken halberds like jam against him, and you guys are like pushing, and he's slowly pushing you guys back. You've like slowed him up a bit, but you've got moments to react. You can try and tuckle under his legs, or
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
You want to sweep the leg?
Sweep the leg.
Fucking roll the dice, boyo.
Sweep the leg.
Ooh, you spin around and just fucking break open Graham the Moose's knees. He's not happy about this though. And he just collapses to the ground on the front. He is mad. He's wildly shaking his head around. He's fucking mad about this. But
I'm cheering.
He probably, in this universe with like where they still think leeching is a thing, he's probably fucked. But like he's going to the glue factory. That's how bad that knee is right now. Now he collapses to the ground, but he is shaking. There's no way. Your escape is a little bit mitigated now. So you've got there. You can really only back yourself into the bank because he's just flailing around on the ground, screaming, and he's Canadian, like, "Hey, why'd you do this?" I can't do Canadian voices. So you back yourself into the thing, but luckily enough.
Hold on. Can I finish him off?
Use the broken stair and stab his eyes.
Hey, all right. We're already criminals and we're already murderers. Might as well commit.
Oh, no, not fail, not fail.
It's not a fail. You stab the broken shaft of the halberd into the face of the moose.
Use that one.
All right, off you go. So Wilhelm's attempted to shove his shaft into the face of the moose. Off goes Kang.
Let's go!
Ooh,
Fatality.
As Willem like tries to push his shaft into the moose, it stabilizes.
Wait, say that line again.
Kang then very steadily grabs his shaft and he shoves his shaft into the moose, but it just smacks it in the face and pins it to the ground. Now the shaft has come so heavily into the face of the moose that it's jammed right in there, but it's like instant twitch, like done. And Graham the Moose Man, you guys have just successfully murdered the chief of police of this entire city. So it's like you're in a rough spot right now.
Yeah, triple homicide right now.
We're like 5-star in GTA. Right?
Yeah.
You're panicked. The moose is
If I
dead.
made to play GTA, we need to find a car shop.
Dude, I've been wanting to find a car for very long. A family.
You guys have successfully killed the moose, and he's like, it's done. But you guys are in fucking shit creek if you
Right
don't
now
get
we're
out of
5
here.
stars. To get that 6-star, we got to rob the bank.
You guys back up into the bank. It's nice and warm in there. You can hear the guards shuffling around. They know something's going on, but they're like still trying to make sure secure. At the end of the day, like money is worth more than actual people's lives. So they're securing the things. Now you look around. It's a big classic open bank, like Harry Potter, I guess is what I'm thinking of. There's
Like
big
Gringo.
grates in front, or more like maybe in World of Warcraft where you enter and there's people behind there, but there's no one there at the moment.
Yeah.
So you can see them, but there's 2 big corridors that go on either side. Are you going to go left or are you going to go right?
Go right.
Go right.
Go right? All right. You guys spin around the corner. As you get around the corner, it opens up to a large room where there'd normally be like little safes and money box and stuff like that. And a fella turns around. Hello, I am Johnny Coins, the dwarf, the bank goblin. You guys see Johnny Coins. He's very excited to see you because Johnny Coins was just in the process of also stealing from the bank. Now, Johnny Coins, the excited goblin, he was taking up, as all the guards had just secured this room and left, he saw it as his opportunity to steal from the bank while he could. Johnny Coins has been working at the bank for a decade. He fucking hates people. He hates working at the bank. He hates looking after other people's money. It's his fucking time to go. But he's
Exit strategy.
that's it. Now he sees these 2 strange men covered in poop and blood and moose bits, and he's confused about how he's going to go. So are you guys going to try and convince him, or are you going to try to just fuck up Johnny Coins?
We're going to offer him the family route.
What do you say?
I point at him. Are you robbing the bank too?
Fuck yes, I am.
I want in.
All right, just roll the dice for whatever reason we're rolling dice for.
Oh, wait, hold on. 2 people. Because it's too convinced. Too convinced.
So we're rolling with
So
advantage.
Kang unsuccessfully convinces the Johnny Coins that he's going to be a good partner.
What the heck? I'll use a CP. 1 CP point.
Go ahead. We can't reroll multiple
Roll the
times.
dice. I want to see how funny it is.
Oh! 1 CP.
Didn't count. Johnny Coin starts screaming for the guards. Guards! The poop men are here! And he scrabbles up a large bag of money and he goes to run. Now
You idiot, you're robbing the bank too.
he runs. And as the guards come filing into the room, they see him. They were a little bit closer than Johnny Coins thought they were going to be. And now he can see all 3 of you. And as Johnny Coins runs to the side, you can see that there's a corridor facing off the direction, and he scoots off down that thing. Now, there's guards to your right, and there's Johnny Coins to your left. Do you try to follow Johnny Coins, or do you try to fight off the guards?
I'm going to follow.
Follow Johnny Coins.
Following Johnny Coins? All
Can I
right.
grab a couple of coins while...
The guards are coming up your bum
I
pretty
can only
quickly.
assume Johnny Coins is dropping coins everywhere as he's running.
As you fly through behind Johnny Coins, the door, a big secret door flops back behind you. You guys didn't realize, but that corridor was just there momentarily. The guards see it close and they come smacking up against it, but they're just banging on the side of the door. And now you're in a dark corridor again. But you can hear Johnny Coins scampering away in his little scampery manner. Do you guys try to follow or try to find your own way?
I'll follow.
You want to follow?
He knows something that we don't.
Johnny Coins is screaming from behind like, "Don't follow me, you thieving poop boys!" Anyway, you guys start running down the corridor.
Whether you like it or not, we're in.
I like how you're slowly turning into the guy from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. You know that they find in the diner. As you guys come flying down the corridor, there's other bank workers and stuff like that, but none of them are in any interest of like being anywhere near you. Covered in poop, the bank's getting robbed, and all this kind of stuff at the moment now. And you
And
start
a man carrying bags with dollar signs on them just ran past.
you start to think as well, like, was all of this distraction just so the bank could get robbed? Are you guys just caught up in this nefarious act without ever meaning to? And you guys start following Johnny Coins as he runs down. Now you get to a split end and there's a big window, the moon's coming through, the light's coming through, and Johnny Coins comes to like a fork in the road, essentially, in the corridor. He's looking in left direction, he looks to the right direction, he looks back at you guys, and Johnny turns around. He's like, "Oh, why did you guys have to follow me? I had such a good plan to get out of here.
Whether you like it or not, we need to escape too, and you look just as bad as us.
How
You
much
might as
can
well
I
help
trust
us."
you?
You can trust us.
Oh. Why are you covered in poop?
We came from the sewers. I'm a lizard.
All right, follow me.
Not important.
If you hit me with your poop tail, I'll be not very excited, and I won't tell you where I've hidden the rest of the money.
Show me the way, short man.
You guys follow
We're
Johnny
family
Coins.
now.
He's not really sure if he's on your side, but he's willing to listen to you. The little goblin legs start flopping his way down the street, all right, down the corridor of the bank. Now you get to like a wooden door, and he has a key to get through the door, and he locks that door behind you. And then you guys through more of the corridor, you get to another corridor, and he locks that door behind them. And this kind of goes on for a little bit, maybe like 10, 15 minutes of running down corridors. He locks corridors. You're not really sure, like you're just trusting him that you're following along. Right. You guys could be going anywhere. Anyway, you get to and now you've gone up some stairs, you've gone down some stairs. You know, you're all discombobulated. You don't know if you're up or you're down or you're near there's no light, no windows anymore. And you get to the last door, and there's a bad smell coming through, but this is what it is. You open up the corridor. Johnny Coins opens up the corridor door, and you open up into what is the sewers again? You're like, oh, fuck, this fucking sewers again. And Johnny Coins turns around, and he's like, don't worry, my friend Callan, the plumber, is down here. He's waiting for us to escape. You guys break in through you're not breaking through, you're opening through, and there's a boat waiting there. Johnny Coins is like, well, we've just got to wait for Callan to come with his children, and we can all escape together. And you guys are kind of like, you don't know what to fucking do now. You're just pretty sure you've murdered Callan by ripping out his insides as you spun around. What do you guys do?
Okay,
Was Callum a sludge creature?
So you're going to try and ask him questions as if so he knows you knew who he is?
Yes.
maybe we should just attack.
I think they got him already.
No, wait.
I don't think he got out.
Yeah, we can say
Get
that.
to the boat, man.
We'll say that the coppers killed him.
Get to the boat.
Johnny Coins is a little suspicious, and he turns around and he starts to slyly squint at you guys like, so you've met Callan before, have you?
They got him.
They got him.
Who got him?
The police.
the
The
police.
moose. The moose.
The moose was down in the sewers?
Yes.
Johnny Coins is not convinced at all. He's not fucking convinced.
Listen,
The moose
if you
killed
can't-
his children.
If you can't trust two strangers covered in poop and blood, who can you trust?
That's it for Johnny Coins. He scampers off down the fucking side of the sewers, and he's just ducked around a corner. He's gone. You guys, he's too quick. You've no
Wait,
idea.
hold on. There's a boat there. We can use the boat.
There is a boat there.
I'm getting on the boat.
I'm getting on the boat.
All right, you guys get on the
I'm on the boat.
Easy. The Johnny Coins is gone. You've got no money. You're on the boat. It's just a little paddle boat. You were kind of confused about how Callan, the plumber monster, was ever going to get on the boat in the first place. You guys jump on there. There's rowboats and oars, and you row your way out into the water. Now, most of the water is frozen over.
Desperately trying to clean myself.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it is most of the poop's frozen off, and you can just pick away at it now, kind of like when you get super glue on your fingers, right? Oh. Now, most of the lake is frozen, so you're kind of just working your way through the parts that aren't. As you start to come out, you're in the canal, and you can still hear and see all the commotion. The fire's definitely picked up on the side here, and parts of the buildings are starting to burn and fall off, some into the canal, some back into the street. It's a little bit dangerous. But as the flaming buildings fall into the canal, it's opening up more of the ice sheet, so you can get the boat further down the thing. Now, in front of you is a large bridge where it crosses over the lake and the ravine or whatever. And you guys start aiming towards it. It takes a little bit of time. You guys are knackered. It's middle of the night, but the sun is starting to come up. And as you get closer to the bridge, the sun is fully up now. But you're over there. The fire. People are far too determined to try and deal with the fire. You guys get to the bridge. There's a little bit of there's a ladder on the side. You guys climb up the ladder. You climb up, and you look around. Going up the street is the full bridge, but it's 20 meters across, and there's shops on either side of the bridge. And then you look to your right, and there's the city is just burning to the ground. There's people everywhere. There's people screaming for their children, and you're not sure how much of this is your fault or how much you just caught up into it. Right now, as you run down the street, you start to go across to the next part, and there's a guardhouse there. You run up to the guardhouse, and there's a fella there that you've known from working on the docks. His name was Triple R. Really raucous Riley is who you know.
No, sorry, his parents just named him Triple R. Yeah. It's a foreign language.
As you guys run up, really raucous Riley is oh guys, what are you guys doing? Have you seen all the commotion tonight? How do you explain?
My friend, please, we need shelter. clothes.
We need shelter, food.
I need your bike, your motorcycle.
Really, Rockus Riley is a little confused, but he's known you guys for a long time, so he's not expecting you guys to, to like be dodging him or like setting him up or anything like that. So he takes you back to his house. He walks you guys across the bridge. It's miles long, this bridge, but there's like buildings on his side. And really, Rockus Riley lives in like an apartment above a shop. It's not his shop. He's just renting it. But he takes you up there, and you guys are begging him for like a change of clothes and to wash up a bit. Now you guys, it's like fantasy land, so it's not like you've got to have a warm shower. You're just using the bucket of water to like clean yourselves off. And you guys are sitting there and like, you've got to make a decision of like, are you guys going to stay in the city or are you going to try and escape the city from here?
Well, the moose is there.
Triple R, I need your clothes, your
Wait.
horse.
Does Triple R has a car?
No.
William, the setting. What do you mean?
No, not a car. Like a mode of transport. Like a horse.
A theoretical car.
Like a horse.
The horse's name is Car.
Triple R is also a lowly dock worker like you guys were, so definitely no access to horse money. But you could always attempt to go steal a horse if you needed to. He could point you in the right direction. You guys have been in the town. You could find a horse if you needed to.
Is that like a car?
Triple R, I must ask for a favor.
I want a Honda Civic car.
I need a horse, preferably named Honda.
Two horsepower.
2 horsepower.
Twin turbos.
Triple R's a little confused about what's going on. He knows you guys need to get out of the town. He's very clear. He doesn't want to ask any questions and absolve himself of anything. You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh, but he's like, look, I do know a guy down by the water. He's got seahorse creatures that might be able to get you out.
Ooh, seahorse.
Out of the town, all right? So he takes you guys come back out.
Hold on. I want to ask his name. Is his name Hector?
No.
What?
Whose name is Hector?
Have you not heard Hector?
What?
He's running Honda Civics in spoons.
What?
What? Is this another Fast and the Furious reference?
Oh my God.
It's all Fast and the
I didn't
Furious.
even pick up on it. What? Fucking hell. How long have we been going for?
An hour.
That's crazy.
All right.
Anyway.
Back to the setting again.
Triple R is like confused, but he doesn't want to get himself in any more trouble. So he's willing to take you guys to the merfolk man. Now you go down there and he takes you down to the bottom of the bridge, back kind of similar to where you were before, but around.
You mentioned it's his housing, right? Is our accommodation anywhere nearby?
Oh yeah, we do have houses there.
It's not too far actually, yeah.
Can we go
make
home?
a detour?
Would you like to try
We
and
should
get
get
home?
something
Yes.
for the trip.
Okay. You guys come back. Triple R's like, he's trying to show you where the seahorse mans are. But you're like, none of that. We're going to go back to our own house. Like, I assume there's something at your house that you're going to try and find. It's going to help you in this situation. So you guys come back down the street. You look in the street. It's manic. There's the fire. Almost all the other side of the city is on fire. You have no idea what's going on. You look down and you guys work your way across the street. It's pretty inconspicuous now. You've cleaned yourself up. You just look like two regular William Lizard Mans and whatever the Kang was supposed to be at this point
Barbaric.
in time. Sure. Yep. And you work your way across. Now, Triple R, he comes with you for the trip. Essentially, at this point, he's just hanging around with you guys. It's like he's asking questions, and you're trying to like vaguely not incriminate him any more than you need to. You might, guys, make your way. It's a pretty uneventful journey. You make your way to your houses. Now, you guys live because you're best friends. You live in bunk beds in your house, so there's more room for activities, right? So there's lots of storage area. It's very ramshackle. It's like you just never had a lot of money. You spend most of your money at the same pub, drinking the same beer every single night for like 20 years. No girlfriends,
gambled it
clearly.
away.
Yeah, it's all gambled away. Wilhelm would just watch Kang put it into a wooden operated slot machine and sometimes mostly win nothing. All right, you guys are in your house. What have you come here to collect?
Clothes.
Clothes? You come all this way for clothes.
No, a change of clothes.
I pull out the old chest from under my bed.
Ooh.
It contains my family heirloom,
Which is?
a battle axe.
Roll a dice. Ooh. Describe your battle axe to me.
It's the wood is hand forged from like
The
ancient,
wood is hand forged.
Well, the handle of the
Okay.
battle axe,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
it's
yes.
forged from ancient wood from a far off land. The wood is called Jarrah.
Yes, I'm on
And
board.
it's masterfully crafted, handed down from generation to generation. But because it's been passed down so long, it's seen wear and tear, right? The battle axe has seen better days, but the shape and the form of it is all still there. There's some like remnants of like carvings and carvings and runes on the battle axe, but all of it has been kind of like faded over time. A bit of restoration and to maybe a master blacksmith could restore the battle axe. But you can tell that it's a family heirloom.
Well, how can you tell it's a family heirloom?
From the fact that it's the shape of it is forged nicely, and all the steel is solid steel.
Is there anything that relates it back to you and your family, like a symbol or like a style, a color?
There's like a runic marking on it that like has a name on it that I haven't described. Like that, it's like secret to me. That's like it's like an ancient runic tale.
Wilhelm feels a little jealous that Kang
Wait,
has been
hold
hiding
on.
this.
Their characters come from a foreign land. On the
And then I reveal my secret.
You have no secret.
I have a secret.
Roll the dice. I'll determine whether you have a secret or not. I
have a secret.
will allow that. You may have a secret now.
Yes. My dad was a battle lizard. So,
I don't know what that means, but
well,
okay.
it was a battle lizard with a battle armor. So, because we have clobbering tails, right? We don't need weapons. We just we had like a armor that fits into our bodies and like put like spikes on the tail.
So you can just always reverse your way into combat.
Correct. and because I have a claw, like anything that I use my tail with this armor, I roll 2 dice.
All right. So you're all armored up, and Kangs has his
I have my
special axe.
double-headed family heirloom battle axe with runic carvings on it.
It's quite handy you've found these very useful things because as you turn around, you see Triple R slowly backing out of the room. And you guys make eye contact, and he's looking a little suspicious right now. You guys roll the dice.
I roll 2 dice now. Oh yes, no need to do
Oh,
that.
you win. It's very clear that Triple R has betrayed you. He is not keen. You start to see him like back out, and he shouts, "They're in here! They're in here!" And city guards start piling up around him. Now, Triple R is a traitor, and nobody loves a snitch. You've got a moment as a city guard come up behind him. Do you guys try and escape your own house, which you know intimately, or do you try fuck Triple R up?
Ooh, we got battle now. We can
try to fight our way out.
Combat.
It's as bad as it gets. We might as well fight my way out.
Armor on.
You're in a pretty small room, and there's a corridor, like the Triple R standing in the doorway, and the guards are coming up the staircase behind him. There's a big window behind you guys, and there's an eave that faces out over the waterway below. Now it's your house, so you know it very intimately. You can escape here pretty easily. If you guys want to go to combat with Triple R, you have a few moments before they cut you behind. What do you guys do?
We got to fight our way out.
Fight.
Last
our
time.
way.
All right.
One last ride.
Who's going in first?
I go in first.
How are you approaching Triple R?
I'll use my family skills.
What does that fucking
What
mean?
does that mean?
It's called the blender.
So you're just going
Because
to... if you're going to do an attack...
His ancient clan
Attack.
technique, right,
Yes.
was passed down from family to family. It was like it's an heirloom technique.
So you just kind of
blade
spin your tail around like when a dog's excited? Just a little...
yeah, but it has spikes now.
How the fuck does that... Like, there was a spike attachment in your armor?
Yeah.
clobbering tail.
Yeah, it's like because I don't use any weapon, so the armor gives my
Sure.
like
We
covering
went
tail.
home and
Roll
found
the dice.
supplies. One of the supplies
That's why
was
I rolled
equipment.
2 dice.
You don't roll to fuck 2 dice.
Oh no, dice!
As you spin your tail, your big spiked tail, it smashes into the door and gets jammed. The spikes just jump straight into the wood, and it's like it's stuck there. You're flailing around trying to get it off, but you've swung this massive spike thing clearly meant for like open field battle in a tiny room. Ridiculous. What a stupid, ridiculous attempt at an attack. Kang,
With my battle axe,
do you try to fuck up Triple R or do you try to rescue Wilhelm's tail?
I charge.
You charge. You're charging in.
I charge two-handed battle axe.
Roll the dice.
Raising above my head. With a roar, I scream.
As you As you charge in with your axe above the head, again, a fucking pathetic attempt at attack in a tiny little room, and the axe jams in to
Hits the
the
ceiling.
wooden beam straight across the ceiling. So Wilhelm's caught in the door of the wood, and Kang is stuck there holding the thing. Now, at least you can let go of the axe if you want to. Are you guys gonna? You've given up your time. You could now have to escape or track Triple R. There's no way you can do both. All right. Are you going to try and forge your way into combat, kill Triple R, and then fight the guards, or are you guys going to escape without the equipment you've just found?
Attack.
You're going to try to attack. All right. You're going to roll now to try and remove.
Yeah.
You're trying to pull yourself free from the wood of the door.
Damn it.
Just so the listeners note here, Willem failed horrifically there. So as you try to swing your tail back and forth, the straps break on your armor. It's leather, and it's like, it could have held for 1,000 years, but you're just rigorous stringing back and forth, just rips open, and the amazing tail guard of awesomeness, amazing killing has stuck in the door, and it's stuck there. So you pull free. All right.
Am I bigger than Wilhelm?
Yeah, you're roughly the same size.
I run and grab him, and I try to escape with him.
Ooh, all right, roll the dice.
You roll. Give me a.
You run forward and grab Willem, and you try and duck yourself out of the window, but instead of gracefully grabbing out, you kind of hit with the side of your stomach on the side of your body on the window, and instead of gracefully jumping out the window, holding William under your arm, you start to spin and you splatter out against the floor. You hear Triple R running up behind you, and he tries to grab at Wilhelm's feet. Wilhelm? He grabs your feet, but he doesn't manage to really get hold. All he does is just change the trajectory as you're falling. So instead of sprawling out on a thing, now you're just both going face first. He grabs your feet and just face first into the side of the thing. And Triple R managed to keep hold of your feet, and he follows out onto the veranda on the outside. You both all hit the veranda and then hit the ground underneath. The guards have come up to the window, and they're looking out through the window. They can see all of you on the ground. Now the three of you there scrabbling. You look at Triple R, and you guys say what to him? Traitor.
I just.
You want to fight him again?
Yeah, I
Oh
swing at
no!
him.
I'll just use my tail now to hit it.
You're just going to try and hit him with your tail?
Don't miss. Don't hit me.
You managed to smack Riley whatever his name was, Triple R, so hard with your tail that it just collapses into the center of his chest. It just punctures right in there. All his rib bones collapse through, and your tail punches out the other side. It looks like One Punch Man with a giant hole in the center, but you've not really been very accurate about it. So
That's
now
the fourth homicide.
he's stuck on the end of your tail with the tail with your big bulb on the end of it stuck on there. So he's in here, the part of your tail, you can't get him off. And now you're swinging around, and you've got the whole weight of another man attached to your body as you have to try and run. Luckily, as a lizard man, you're pretty strong, but you're going to be slowed down by the fact there's an entire human corpse trailing along behind you at all times now. You guys start to run down the alleyway. The guards are shouting for more guards, but you're pretty lucky here. All these buildings on the side of the bridge. So there's a runway that runs down this side of the bridge, and they can't get in there without trying to come through the building. So as you run down the alleyway behind there, you can see out across the water and all of that, the wateriness of it, and you see the guards. You see all the guards popping their heads out of windows and trying to find a way back into the alleyway where you are. Now, as you run up, there's a parapet, and the parapet runs up further up the buildings, and the side kind of the Golden Gate Bridge where there's the peak of the towers and then the runnels in between, or you can go down the parapet towards the water. Not really sure who's in either direction, but you do know the area very well because this is where you live. So at the bottom of the parapet, sometimes there's boats moored there, sometimes there's not. Quite often you could just jump into the water, or you can go up to the top of the parapet. The top of the parapet doesn't really go anywhere specific, but there's plenty of points where you could climb onto roofs or other parts of buildings that are kind of ramshackled up against it. Do you guys want to go up? Or you want to go down?
How far are we?
We're not very climbing.
How far are we from Hector?
You know that Brandon, the noseless MERS man, he will be somewhere around here, and he will have the water horses to get you away. but you don't know. It's a gamble. He could be at the bottom of this parapet, or he could be at the bottom of any of the 4 other parapets around.
Gotta gamble.
I go high. I got to try to find this place.
You want to go high
Yeah,
first?
get a view.
Okay, I'm with you. As you guys start to run down the corridor, you see a new guard come up behind you. Mm-hmm. He's made his way down, and he's like a goblin. It's a goblin soldier, and he yells, "My name is Azza, the Goblin Soldier!" And he starts running at you at great speed. In one hand, he has a crossbow, like a little mini crossbow with a bolt in it, and the other hand, he has a sword, and he's very, very skilled. It's very clear that he's very skilled.
Do we still have the body of Triple R?
Wilhelm has the body attached to his tail.
I'm going to try to flick it.
You're going to try and flick it?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on!
Wilhelm attempts to flick his tail to get rid of Triple R, but all he does is lose his balance because there's an entire human weight weighing him down, and he kind of stumbles around a little bit. Azza, the soldier, goblin soldier, gets nice and close, and he swings his sword at you guys. Wilhelm, you've got one opportunity to try and not get stabbed in the face here. You'd better roll good. Azza comes down and swings and cuts right through Wilhelm's tail, lopping the tail off. One flower swoop.
It's okay, I'm a lizard.
It's okay. He is a lizard, but you have lost your primary weapon and only real ability to do anything. Azza laughs.
Mine's still
in
on
glee.
the ceiling beam.
Well, he'd already lost the attachment that gave it the spike, so it's a real. We went all the way home to find effectively nothing. Azza laughs, and he laughs in glory. You fools, I've taken your tail, and I'll come for more. The bleeding stops from the tail pretty much instantly, like it all coagulates, just like a lizard drops his tail and runs away. And you guys have a little bit of pace. You were running quite quick, and you'd lost your balance because you'd swung the really dead Riley off the thing. But now at least the dead weight's gone, and you guys run up the parapet into the top of the thing. Mm-hmm. You know that Azza, the goblin soldier, is going to be chasing you pretty quickly, and he seems quite effective at his job. You enter into the parapet. It's just a curling stairs going upwards. Mm-hmm. Now, you have a few options here. You can either split up or stay together. All right? Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to split up and one of you go up and one of you go down, or you guys want to stick together? Do you think it's a good idea at this point to stick together?
Wilhelm lost his tail.
Mm-hmm.
Is he more circular now? Perhaps shaped like a boulder?
Well, he's imagine a lizard standing up with like kind of a human body minus a tail now, but with a lizard head.
All right. While I'm up there, do I notice anything in the area, the neighborhood?
As far as you can see, going up
Can
the
I
parapet,
identify?
it's just rock and
No
stairs.
windows.
Time to
There's
take the
windows
initiative.
above you, but you haven't got that far yet.
I'm gonna roll Wilhelm down the stairs, and we're gonna charge Azza.
Ooh, you're gonna try and fight Azza the Glory.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So
But I'm using Wilhelm as my weapon.
you're gonna try and cannonball Wilhelm.
We're gonna cannonball down.
At Azza.
Yeah.
All right. Roll the dice.
Yes!
Ooh. Kang grabs Wilhelm against his appearing to be like will, rolls him up into a ball and flings him down the staircase of the parapet, almost like a dice running down a dice tower. He flies around. Now Wilhelm Azza is just so ecstatic about taking the tail off of Wilhelm here. He's kind of holding in his hand and like glorious and just looking at like the dilapidated corpse of Triple R now, who's been dragged through the mud and the dirt and the street and the tail. He's like, he's never been able to capture this. And as he's standing there glorying onto it, he looks up and he sees Wilhelm flying at him. Now, Wilhelm.
And I'm screaming.
Roll the dice.
Why did I roll the dice?
Ooh.
I already hit him.
Wilhelm, Azza sees him coming, but he's not quick enough to react, unfortunately, as Wilhelm bundles his way down, and Wilhelm smacks right into the side of him. Azza goes flying, he loses his sword, and his crossbow goes flying out of thing. He kind of like, as a goblin, he was not as big as the lizard man, so he wasn't expecting such a big crunch, and he kind of flings back. He's definitely very injured. But this is a highly trained, competent warrior, all right? You smack into him, and he's clearly very dazed. He's kind of knocked out, a little bit unconscious, but he's fumbling around. He's trying to get up. Do you stay and try and fuck him up, or do you escape?
While he's dazed,
While
can
he's
I
dazed.
like disarm him? Can I like take
You're
one
at the top of the
He's already
stairs.
disarmed already.
And you're still at the top
All
of the
right,
stairs.
let's go kill him.
You're going to try and fight him?
I'll choke him to death.
I would like to go down the stairs.
Oh, come on. I hate this.
What's the time?
Hour 20.
Azza spins around and grabs Wilhelm by the face. And he just wrenches the bottom of his jaw and the top of his head and just shreds his head apart.
King Kong style.
Just ripping him into a million pieces.
Fatality.
Wilhelm's lizard tongue.
I hear the
flops
scream and I start
around.
charging down the stairs.
Roll the dice.
Full projectile speed coming in.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God.
King trips.
As Kang comes flying down the stairs, he trips. Azza sees the trip coming and Kang's just flying his way down the stairs like dunk, 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 like a shitty cartoon. He comes flying down. Azza simply steps aside and allows Kang to crush his own brains dashed against the brick stairs.
Fatality.
Thus ends whatever the fuck this was.
Danny and Dungeons.
And then the news report the next day.
Yeah. The news report is Goblin steals all the bank and they never mention you guys there once.
Johnny Coins.
Such is the way.
Johnny Coins.
Yeah.
Long-term Johnny Coins, bank worker, thieves all
Yeah.
money. Some poop was left on the floor.
4 homicides and
Not
then
too
2
bad.
dead
Not too
people.
bad. We just didn't met Hector.
We didn't roll too well.
My Hector was going to be Brandon, the noseless
Yeah.
merfolk. We had
Except unfortunately for us, we're terrible at rolling dice. So 4 murders were committed and then there was 2 accidents.
We were doing really well at the beginning and then just went downhill from there.
Our deaths were reported as like incidents,
Wait.
just like accidents.
I need to
Freaks.
find
Yeah,
out.
there's no census in this planet,
yeah,
in this place, whatever this is. So I feel like when you went home, it was a downhill. It was downhill from going home. You guys went home, found your equipment, and instantly lost it.
Unfortunately, can I explain the ancient runic markings?
Sure,
on my
yeah.
axe? Yeah. It was just Chinese scripture that says chicken fried rice.
Hey,
Like when a white guy gets a
Hold on.
tattoo.
Hold on. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that, he just went to Harry's and bought 3 T66 turbos with NOS and a Motec exhaust system. Have you not seen that?
This is a nice little demo of when we actually do the role playing side of things for like the Warhammer adventure.
Before we started, I gave you guys a 20-minute time. I was like, if it's shit, just tell me at 20 minutes and we'll pretend like it never happened.
I was sold in. I'm engaged.
Ah, cool.
I love my
I don't know if anybody will like this, but I had a bit of fun.
It's just a unique episode. let us know if you like this type of content. This was more of like a Danny's Goosebumps choose your own adventure style bonanza, right?
In what I did was like coming in, because I joked last week about only doing everything 60 minutes before, but I actually do put a little bit of thought into like each thing we go into, right? And I really wanted to sit down over the last couple of days and like come up with like a bunch of different like branching stories of parts we could go into. And there was some places that we needed to get to, like, but I've written characters and like positions for every single one of our Patreons. That was the primary thing. So each one of the Patreons had like a little bit of a description and and like a role that they would like partake in if you guys happen to come across them.
Very nice.
And obviously like I had to make sure, like
was-
in my mind, I'm really directing it, so it's like it was eventually going to get to some of them. You know what I
This
mean?
was fairly clever, right? With the paper scissors rock dice being like a simplified version of what normally is.
If we had to
They
deal with
were
numbers and like a
Too much,
a
too
sheet,
much.
it's
True.
too much for
That's
this.
when we
right?
get. That's when we get closer and closer to actually having that Warhammer Fantasy like role playing game.
Well, especially so I sprung it on you guys 3 minutes before we started. So if then you had to then like figure out some number charts, that's not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
It was like
true,
I was
true,
trying
true.
to gauge like the overall like comedy factor of this. So that was why I was like, I'm just gonna call William Wilhelm. So, but I like this. This was a lot of fun. I mean, I do like my like role playing games. So
Yeah, it's
it'll be
fun.
fun.
I like it.
Cool.
I just keep losing on the dice roll. That's all.
Yeah, you could tell the winning, though, like the competitor in William was coming out when he's like, I got a second roll.
this was when like 2 NPC characters meets like the real like main character, which is not us. Yeah. Azza walks away with like 2 kills. on his name.
And he gets your equipment from your rooms as well.
Yeah. he goes from like level 3 adventurer to a level 4 adventurer for that.
He takes your family heirlooms and sells them down to get melted.
We even try to cheat, like get all the buff from our rooms and stuff, right? From all like weapons and stuff. And
That was our origin story, but like, you know, this is the real fantasy universe. Just because you have an origin story doesn't mean you're a main character. So unfortunately, we were not main characters.
I've actually used these paper, scissors, rocks dice in a few games in the club before. So after one of the 40K tournaments we had, I had all of the double, because it was a doubles 40K tournament. I had basically a Swiss round pairings rock, paper, scissors off, but using the dice. Now, the one thing I do like about the rock, paper, scissors dice, when you're playing using each other, you know, there's a little bit of like disparity between like when you play rock, paper, scissors, like if you shoot a little bit too early or not on time, then you can read what the person's doing.
Yeah.
You obviously can't do that with the dice. So I gave away the door prizes for the end of the 40K tournament. So all the doubles teams would have to double each offer. And we managed to get through it in about 20 minutes roughly. So all the teams had to play all the other teams. And there ended up being like a knockout round where there was essentially a winner. And that was the day that Brandon, who was going to be Brandon the Merman, and one of our patrons, him and Mark didn't win a game of 40K at all that day, but walked away with the majority of the prizes because they won all the mini games that I'd set up for the thing. So I've used it in that. I've also used this a few times in some of the magic events and stuff like that as well to like finish them off. So what I thought was, I really like this little like shitty system that I've come up with. I'd love to do our first Northern Boards branded dice as these. Because you could like, because you can send in the symbols that you want, and then you just have the symbols on there, and they're quite unique. Like I think I got these out of a loot crate when I was like 17 years old, and I've never seen them ever again. And I thought it'd be quite a cool idea to like rebrand those and then have them here and like sell them.
It's
here
a very like unique Northern Boards thing.
Yeah, and it was like I like the
instead of it just being dice, we have funny paper scissors rock.
Yeah,
Northern Boards dice.
100%. I like the idea of like, you know, at the start of the.
Can we do a D&D Fast and Furious style?
Yeah, William's really into
actually, we probably should.
Fast and Furious.
Would you? Because I'm not like I've never DM'd anything in my life, and this is literally the first time I've ever done it.
You're quite good at like directing the story. Like,
well, I've written a lot of like story stuff before and narrative stuff, but I didn't know how I was going to go.
You're very fast on your feet. So when my version of like my type of D&Ding is like I do a lot of preparing. So like I'm less of an improv guy, more of like a preparation, setup thing, execute. You're very fast on your feet, right?
Stand up D&D.
I'd written like character roles for all of the Patreons, and that was effectively it. So everything else I had to come up with like, and you can still some of it's very generic, like it's like you're in a tavern and
we're
you're like
going
whatever.
for a comedy effect, right?
Yeah. I want to be like somewhat relatable. But could you DM a Fast and Furious
I can't
one?
DM.
But would it be funnier?
I'm
how
fired
bad
up. I'm fired up. I want to like write characters now. I want to like make a character.
My name is Jeff.
I like it just turns into 21 Jump Street. Like it starts as Too Fast and Furious, but it's just like two bad cops.
Well, what did he say like to the other guy? Like, you are Smokey, yeah, Smokey. You are the Mexican Wolverine.
In this episode as well, I was trying to figure out my accent, and then I realized like really early on the accent I gave myself was like too much effort.
I'm held monotone and I'm not good at accents at all. I used to be able to do John Howard really well, but I lost it over the years and I can't do it anymore. But if I start one, there's no way I can keep it up because I can't. I don't have the short-term memory to remember the last one I did for the same person. I'll lose it.
The last character I played, I had a thick, like Jamaican, like troll doctor. You know, like the Warcraft trolls. Dingo. I had like a real thick that accent when I was playing.
I don't know why, but this is
it was rough on my voice.
Reminded me of this last week when we were talking on the podcast. All right, we were talking about the cocaine sharks for the second time, and we talked about being in like the Caribbean Sea, and then I said, yeah, they're near Barcelona. And I just want to, when I listened back, I was like, that's stupid because Barcelona's in Spain, nowhere near the Caribbean. And I just want to like put out there, I'm stupid when I'm talking, but I'm not stupid enough to think that Barcelona is in the Caribbean.
The secret is just never acknowledge you said anything stupid, then no one will ever notice.
I listened back and I was like, oh, Daniel, that
and
was,
if anyone
that was
says,
silly.
like, if anyone brings it up, you just gaslight them. I didn't say that.
Just gaslight them hard
that?
on something they can literally just bring up and show you.
That wasn't me. Did not say that.
Interesting.
Thank you very much. This was a lot of fun. This was very different.
Thank you for listening today.
This actually required a bit of preparation from like, you know, your side. So I'm really appreciate it, Daniel.
Oh, no
This was a
worries.
lot of fun. It was really cool. It
fun.
makes me want to actually sit down and play more role-playing games.
It was actually quite a bit of fun. And that's what I gave you guys the 20 minutes out because I was like tiny bit. I'm super self-critical of myself, but also confident enough to think that I can do anything. But sometimes that fucks me up because there's stuff that I think I could do that I definitely can't.
The immediate moment I was a germaphobe barbarian. I was sold on my character. I was in.
So before we go, we have a couple of things. Standards coming back.
Correct.
So we've got a couple of events coming up, and if you guys are building standard decks, come build some standard decks and come and hang out with us.
This is Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
Standard. Keep an eye out for a few things. And on the boards, we're going to try to push standard again. We're going to try to get some of that more competitive side of Magic flowing. I think right now, standard's in a really healthy meta game. And with recent sets like Bloomburrow and then Magic the Gathering Foundations coming out, I think standard's going to be in a pretty fun spot. So keep an eye out for that. I'm keen to support it. I might make my deck. I might make my own deck as well. So
Nice. And William, you've got some One Piece to plug?
Oh yes, One Piece Perth Regionals is on this Saturday. So if you're
The big
wanna,
regionals.
you want to check it out, go
Something
to Perth Convention this Saturday.
500
Nice,
people.
love it.
No. It's like 256.
500 people.
Okay, 500 people.
Maybe
if you count them
600 or 700 people.
If you count people by the amount of legs they've got.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
very much.
anyway, that's it. Also, at the moment, we're very close. For the people that are following along, we are at a momentous point for Black Sheep, the restaurant I'm working on. Our range hood up is going up this week. It's taken us 4 fucking months to get it in there. But the guy came through. It's $8,500. We've got it together. It's in there. I'm excited. My brother's going in tomorrow to build some noggins, which are like bulkheads that go above your head to like where the range hood gets attached to. The walls in. There's some special cement that's going against there. That then there's steel sheets going on. I'm super excited because it's a very specific step towards the restaurant actually being open. And we've been super excited to talk about it for nearly 9 months now. So it's been a little bit long in the tooth where people will say, oh, how's it going? And it wasn't going great, but now we're back on track and we're on the track to actually getting some meats out there. We've been trying some briskets. I took a whole brisket home with me yesterday for my sister's birthday dinner. And I don't know, I'm just really excited that we're back on there because it's definitely something that as the restaurant opens, we'll touch on a little bit here and there in regular podcasts to just bring people along for the ride as well,
And also, Danny promised me he's gonna make the platinum tier today.
I will do it tonight. I'll do it once we're off the thing.
And
100%.
once I get it, please sign up.
I was dedicated to doing it last Thursday when I said I would do it, but I was fucking dying. By the end of it, I pretended I was fine. At the end of it, my throat was so torn up and like bloody from of being sick and pretending not to be. I died, and I'm a real stickler for work and never taking time off. And I'm one of those idiots who's oh, I'm a man, I didn't need to take any time off. For the first time, Saturday, Friday on the truck and then Saturday here was maybe the first time in my life I thought I feel I would take a sick day. I fucking wouldn't do it, but I was not great. And a few people came through the store and they were like, you look like shit. And I was like, yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Anyway, fantastic night, guys. Had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
Real
This
good.
was a fun episode.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening as well.
Yeah.
If you go to the very end,
Subscribe.
let us know what you think.
Patreon.
How did you feel about last week's podcast, Kang?
It's good.
I listened back. I had a lot of fun with my own segment.
I enjoy these themed episodes. Coming in with a bit of plan actually is a lot of fun as well. I might bring something next week.
Ooh, maybe you can take over Dr. Cum.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. I might finally impress my
Kang
parents
ruins
by
everything.
being a doctor.
It's Crumb.
Dr. Crumb.
For Crumb?
Yeah. Let us know what you thought of this episode, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to sign out now.
Hooroo.
Take care.